Hello everyone, and welcome to what is probably the final episode of Chrono Trigger. Oh, it's been a long time coming, and we've fought through so many bosses to get here, so many tough fights, and we have two more fights, and it will all be over. It's a little nostalgic, I don't know, it's a little melancholy to realize that something is just done. Like it's going to be finished here in just a bit. But nevertheless, it is... Oh, this is going to be quite the feat. Like I said before, Chrono Trigger is actually one of the few games where the final boss is the hardest boss. So, we are going to have quite the fight ahead of us. Is everyone ready? I'm desperately trying to mentally prepare myself for this because I don't know, it's both the nostalgia thing and it's also the like when I didn't know how to play this game, these bosses were tough. Thankfully, I have the equipment I need. We handily beat Lavos on the outside. So let's find out. Huh. This is Lavos. This is the real thing? Alright. This is gonna be a feat. Yep. That does a bit. Let's do flare. And just that music. That music makes it all worth it. This is hype music. Alright. Yeah. So basically I need to get rid of the arms first. Doing group attacks is the best way to go. Flare. Luminaire. I think a cure on Luca would be the best option here. Notice the arms aren't going down as easily as most other fights. But just take in that background music. Ba, ba, ba. Alright, yeah, those are rough. Yes, good. Yeah, that's it. So I was talking about that a little earlier. That's the ability that removes your protective status. So if you are... See, yeah, that's it. Flare. Chrono, alright. Good. Thankfully, Marl has... That might have... Yep. Yeah, thankfully that's just the normal attack. But now the middle is vulnerable. So now it's time to go full ham. Yep. That's a thing. That's an attack. That does some damage. But the thing about these fights is to throw yourself at them with reckless abandon. Still going. Still going strong. Just throwing everything I can at him. Still not enough. The reason I switched to Confuse is to conserve MP. And I should actually drop another Lapis on myself. And a full Ether on Luca. Especially would be helpful before the final confrontation. That's right. So removing the protective effect is actually for the whole fight. Confuse. There we go. Still going strong. That does a bit. Flame Battle is, like, the weakest attack he can do, so if he wastes a turn doing that, I am happy. Yes! So that's one. That's one fight. That was the easy fight. You guys ready for this? True Lavos. Now I understand. It lives on a planet for as long as possible, stealing away the most vital resources. It combined the DNA it found here with its own. It gave birth to those creatures up on Death Peak. Eventually, the young must migrate to other planets to repeat the cycle. Are you saying that it's the reason we're all here? Grown like farm animals waiting to be slaughtered. All of our history, our art and science, all to meet the needs of that beast. This is Chrono's and ours, Lean's and Doan's, everyone's. And I mean everyone's world. Impossible. You can't expect a toy with an entire world to get away with it. I believe he thinks he can. Here we go. Let's see how well I do. Alright. Have to hit that one first. Okay. Yep, I was afraid of that. Have to hit that one first. This is the fight where Mega Elixirs come in real handy. Is it the other one then? Oh, it's the other one. Oh, it flipped. Why is it flipped? So the time warps have significant effects on what attacks happen. There we go. Now they're not defended. Thankfully I should be protected. Okay, good. My protection came back. Alright. So now we're in the Middle Ages. We're in the Magus Castle place. Defense down. Good. Good as always. So that's rough, but it's manageable. Alright, I need haste on as many people as possible. I need to take this thing out as quickly as possible. No! Oh, this might be bad. This is real bad. It's real bad. This is not good. Alright. Oh, that's not good. Because that's effective for the whole fight. And the fight has only just begun. Luminaire. Flare. I might have to drop a barrier on Chrono. Just hitting him with as many super attacks as I possibly can. You notice I'm being like really quiet. So the bit on the left, and I think in some games the bit on the right. Oh well. It's the central one that matters. The one on the right is not as important. So... Yep, there we go. So that's what he does whenever he's preparing to restore bits. Wait. Oh yeah! Oh yeah, oh yeah! That's right! That's right! I need to take this one out. I need it taken down now. Everything. Everything, please. Oh, I forgot that this was the way it did it. So the one in the middle does all of the damage. The one on the right is the true Lavos core. So it's the one that needs to die in order for everything else to work. You basically have to... Oh, please tell me it's gonna die. Mega elixirs. It doesn't matter, I just need MP back. Oh, this could be over. This could be over right now. I'm trying to remember how much health it has. Okay, good. Oh, finish him. Finish him. I don't need to deal with all of that junk. Well, shoot. Okay. Well, I'll get another flare off. Hit it. Just hit it. As much as possible. Which this might actually work in my favor. I know it sounds crazy, but that one's really low on HP. And his defense is still down. Alright. So, you can tell I'm getting really excited because my voice is, like, rising. Everything. That's actually the worst one. Oh no. Oh no. Don't take me to that one. Yes! Yes! There's an attack I did not want to see in this fight. You saw the ultimate magic attack. There's the ultimate physical attack, which is the worst thing, because it's actually harder to defend against. But I'll let you enjoy this. Oh. Chrono. 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 It's time to rise and shine. We have a little surprise for you. Your stay of execution has been cancelled. We must now carry out your sentence. We've been looking for you, Chrono. Where did you take my daughter? Daddy, don't! Chrono hasn't done a thing. She says Chrono has been a perfect gentleman, but... What do you think, Chancellor? Chrono's deeds have had an enormous impact on the kingdom. Chancellor, how could you? Please, just listen to me. We had to save the future, right? Huh? You saved the future and gave us hope. You fought Magus' troops and brought peace to the kingdom in the year 600. Chrono beat reptites. What's going on here? Luca, you brought them here, didn't you? Our kinsman told me all about your incredible mission. Kinsman? You mean these are my ancestors? And descendants? Here I was fussing about my kingdom and my daughter, and you are saving past, present, and future. Now, for a true victory parade. Tonight we celebrate you. Now, Maul, go out and enjoy the last night of the fair. How long has this fair been going on? Like, how long? Come on. Oh yeah, and the Mystics aren't racist anymore. I should have said that. Come along with Chrono, our hero. Princess Nadia is finally home. At last, Guardia is back to normal. It's a moonlight parade. Bum, 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 ba, bum. I don't know. For some reason, this gives me like... I don't know. I've just got this like stupid grin on my face, and it's like... Alright. Apparently Marl is clipping through one of the dancers, so... no worries. There we go. Honey, don't just be a sack of potatoes. Dance with me. Chrono, the king says you save the future. Wait till I tell my friends. So everywhere, like, all sorts of places that you go, just these dancers will jump out. But this game does a, like, ending right. And there, and you can actually go through like all this stuff. It closes off a lot of the areas, but you can still go to a lot of places. So I don't know. I don't quite know what to say exactly. This is easily one of my favorite games of all time. And if you notice, like, it took a while. I looked at the save file and it was like 20 hours. And that last fight probably took around 15-20 minutes. But it was not that long. Well, everyone, this is it. Each to thine time. The gate has grown weak. We've got to say our goodbyes before the gate closes. You're all leaving? Chrono was strong. Marl, too. Ayla, have fun. You're my distant ancestor, so you'd better have tough kids or I'll be in trouble. No worry, Ayla very strong. Right. Hey, what do you mean by that? Kino, dummy, we go now. 'Tis a feisty crowd, but they are thy kin, and 'tis of consequence. Queen Leene awaits, your majesty. We too shall take our leave. Mr. Frog. Long farewells ne'er were necessary. Right. Besides, actions speak louder than words. Yeah, don't these things end with the princess kissing the frog? So, you're going to search for Shala? Take that as a maybe. Luca, I will miss you. What's wrong, Luca? Aren't you going to say goodbye to Robo? She knows. Knows what? Robo was born in a bleak future. When we defeated Lavos, we changed history. Robo may not exist in the future. Haha, please relax. The new future has a place for me. Darn it, Robo, don't pretend you don't care when you're really sad. It just makes things worse. Luca, you have taught me these emotions. Thank you. Tears don't become you, Luca. Robo will be there in the new future. I mean, look at Don't. He's there. Apparently he still wears rags, too. Goodbye. Caution! Oil has washed over my sight sensors. Sight diminished. Do you remember that talk we had? You mean about whether our lives flash by before we die? Yeah, I get the feeling that the entity is finally at rest. Yeah, I feel that too. Time travel. How exhausting. We should dismantle the epoch. Its job is finished. You naughty thing, come back here. Look, Chrono, your cat's running away because you haven't been feeding it. Hey, come back here. Oh, great. Chrono, that gate will never open again. Well, it looks like we have no choice but to go after them. Go after them? But the gates... Luca, don't turn off your brain yet. I forgot, we have a time machine. Yeah. Oh, Princess, the king asks for your presence. I'm so happy. Now there's no reason for you to go away anymore. I have a gift for you to commemorate this day, Princess Nadia. This is Nadia's bell. It will ring out across the land. This is when they duck out. Marl, where did you go? Could someone please lend me a hand? Daddy, I hate to say this, but I can't sit around doing nothing. Well? Phew. Made it just in time. Shall I fire one off? No, Taven. Actually, I could really use your help. They're just smacking the moonstone to make fireworks. And that was Chrono Trigger. Not a terribly long game. If you complete most of this stuff and you don't do New Game Plus, then it's around 20 hours. 20-25 hours. By the end of it, I sort of just dove into the Black Omen and just went to finish it because I don't know. All good things do come to an end. I think I should say. You know, the saying is usually must come to an end, but whenever you think about it, whenever you think about that saying, actually, you really lose focus whenever you just think about, oh, well, it was fun while it lasted kind of thing. Oh, I wish this was going on forever. But a game like this, and many other things, they're good, they're amazing because they fulfill what it is that they're trying to do. They fulfill what they're trying to accomplish. just look at anime, I should say, in general. Whenever you look at anime and games that have a definitive ending, those are some of the most legendary of experiences. And when I was a kid, this was, one of my first exposures to RPGs and exposures to the fantasy genre, just in general. I think I was 8 or 9 years old whenever I was playing this, and it changes a person whenever they go through an experience like a good story. I remember several times playing this game or playing through a few other RPGs, which I really want to share, and just stopping. Like, I couldn't play anything, I couldn't watch anything else for a couple days afterwards, because I would just, whenever I tried to think of something to do, I just stopped and thought about it, and I was like, oh yeah. And I couldn't take my mind off of it. I had one of those weird minds that refused to focus on anything else, but it's experiences like these that help you realize that if something was, if this was ongoing, if there was an infinite mode, then it would almost lose its meaning. It would almost lose its purpose for being what it is. And in a way, it's a little bit melancholic, because you realize that it has to end in order for it to fulfill its objective. But it makes you realize how strong of an effect it can have whenever it makes that point. I think games today have actually lost a bit of that, have lost a little bit of that sensation in themselves of completing, of having a purpose, of having a point. Whenever I played the first Halo game, I was, taken aback. What it was accomplishing, what it was seeking to do, the story and everything was fantastic, was amazing. And I understand truly why that was a game changer for the first-person shooter genre. But whenever Halo 3 came around, I don't know, I just lost that sense of wonder. And it was a little bit unfortunate. It was a little bit tragic. And I don't know. Older games just had a tendency of capturing the imagination in a way that a game that we generally play today, that Infinite played now, doesn't really do. But I think this one accomplishes it to a very powerful degree. To the point that even if you've watched this, I really encourage you to play through the game and just experience the story. And, try new things, try different things, try different groups and different strategies. It works. It works so well. But anyway, there is one final thing that we need to do. Watch a cutscene. Or watch 2 cutscenes. Well, there's another set of these credits, but there is something that comes immediately after it, so I'll talk just a little bit more to fill the gap. One of the disappointing things that I see in games today, and this can be attributed to something like loot boxes, I think one of the major issues arose whenever there was a greater focus on... I don't want to say greater focus on multiplayer, because multiplayer is not in and of itself a bad thing, but a greater focus on, I guess you could say, paid multiplayer. World of Warcraft and the MMOs with monthly subscriptions, I understand why they do it, but it leads to a marketing focus as opposed to just a creativity focus. You know, I spoke about this in another place, but World of Warcraft is one of those things that caught my attention, and I played it for like 6 months and pored over it for 6 months. I will admit that I was fairly obsessed. I was pretty addicted to it, but whenever I looked at it again at the end of that, it's just I lost all interest, because whenever I looked at, there was no depth to it. It was just do a thing to achieve a thing to get an item to raise your numbers. And that's not why I play games. That's not why I listen to listen to music, or watch movies, or watch TV shows, or do anything as far as exploring the worlds of fiction. I don't do it just to feel like a second job. I don't want to do it to feel like there's some big necessity. I do it because I want to receive something from it. I want to grow as a person. I want to learn more as a person. And I want to be inspired to be a better person. And good fantasy games do that. I think this one does as well. Chrono Trigger. For those of you who haven't played it, can you see why there's so much love for this game? And can you see why there needs to be a new one? Come on, there needs to be a new Chrono Trigger. Man. Tick, 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 tick. And then it fades out. And one more thing. Always one more, right? Did it not do it? Oh, it should have done it. Okay. Well, never mind. Yes, I want to save the system file. Yes. So, whenever you finish this in the PlayStation version, this will end the game. Yes. I'm confused. There should be one more thing. Aw, man. Come on. There's one more cutscene that should play. Let me see if I can find it in the extras. Yes, yes. Theater? Well, there are two, apparently, that I don't have. Most likely that's what it is, but... oh well. That's fine, I guess. So, because I beat it in the standard ending, I unlocked a set of the music that I can just listen to. Like that. So, So this is what happens. Basically, whenever you finish an ending, it will give you just a little bit of a snapshot. And there are 11 more endings. And there are a lot more things that you can unlock. So, regardless, thank you all for joining me on this adventure. And we will end it in the way that it should be ended. With this. Take care, guys. Have a blessed day.